Next tonight, new research from the East Midlands Chamber of Commerce shows congestion is having a negative impact on business in our region.
Well, in a survey, 1 in 10 firms say that they are actually considering relocating because of the toll that traffic delays are taking. Well, Elise Chamberlain's been having a look at the issue. A lot of traffic behind you. Good evening, Elise.
I have indeed. Good evening, Anne and Quentin, from a very busy and blustery Kegworth here this evening as workers travel home for the day. Now, as you can see behind me, there is a sea of red lights that goes way back, and the congestion just keeps coming. And it's traffic delays like this which are having a real negative impact on businesses in our region. Bumper to bumper on a busy East Midlands road. In a survey carried out by the Chamber of Commerce, 1 in 10 firms said they'd considered relocating because of traffic delays.
So we know in the East Midlands, using the government's own figures, that we get 60% of the investment in our infrastructure that the rest of the country gets. So we're consistently bottom of the table, particularly when it comes to rail and road investment.
Almost 70% of businesses said they'd suffered delays due to road congestion. A third said that had meant extra expense for them in terms of products and other services. And almost 20% said it had cost them at least one business opportunity. Utility Alliance Limited is an energy company with offices in Hartlepool, Newcastle and in Sheffield. It's now looking for a new office in the East Midlands, but congestion poses a problem.
The main concern is how long and difficult the commute's going to be for the staff, because we're a very positive, forward-thinking office, and to have people come in after having been stuck in traffic for an hour or an hour and a quarter is not the right frame of mind. So at the moment, regrettably, Nottingham's not going to be on the top of the list.
The Department for Transport says it's spending more on transport infrastructure across the Midlands and the East per person than in the South until 2021, including the biggest upgrade of the Midland Main Line since 1870 and working on ambitious HS2 growth strategy proposals.
The Midlands and the East is a massive region, and we know that there's some great spend going into Birmingham, particularly associated with the first phase of HS1 and the connections to London, and that's all good, but that's not something that's bringing real benefits immediately to the East Midlands.
Companies here say the problem's getting worse and the road network is less reliable now than it was 5 years ago. Well, the Chamber represents businesses across the East Midlands in Nottinghamshire, Leicestershire and Derbyshire. It's now calling for action. It wants our region to get the same when it comes to transport infrastructure as everywhere else.
OK, Elise, thanks very much.